You can see how we went from 0 to 100 real quick, and as you can see, my pores are not as visible as they were before wearing makeup. So hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're just seeing me, hi, my name is SINDYAKPOLO. Good to have you here. You're most definitely welcome. Today, just like you clicked on the title and the thumbnail, today I'm gonna be doing a natural beginner everyday makeup for oily skin, large pores, and textured skin. And I know, especially for oily skin, I am of the oily skin type, and I know for oily skin, especially oily skin, and you have large pores or you have textured skin, sometimes when you apply your makeup and you are trying to achieve the natural flawless beat, sometimes your makeup doesn't come out right, or sometimes your makeup doesn't come out as natural as you want it to be. But in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to achieve that natural makeup regardless if you have textured skin, large pores, or oily skin, or that can be worn for your everyday. To start off my makeup, I'm going to be using the primer. You don't want to miss using the primer. You want to make sure to prime your skin and use the primer that is suitable for your skin type. So I am oily skin, so I'm going to be using the mattifying primer, and I'm going to prime my face, especially my T-zone area where I usually produce oil, and also place the primer on my large pores area or where I have large pores. After applying my primer, next I want to move on to foundation. And for foundation today, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me Matte Plus Poreless foundation, and I'm going to apply a bit of the foundation on the areas of my face where I need coverage and focus on that area first. I'm also going to use a foundation brush or a buffing brush to blend the foundation out. Now this is the amount of coverage gotten from the foundation. Now you can see around the inner perimeter of my face, especially where I have large pores, I don't have much coverage of foundation on that area, so I'm going to apply some more of the foundation on that area, but I'm going to apply a bit of the foundation, not too much on that side, because we don't want to apply too much foundation to clog the pores, especially because we're going to go over with other products on the face. So now that we are all covered and I'm satisfied with the coverage, now I'm going to move on to concealer. I'm going to apply some concealer on my face. So I'm going to place the concealer on the areas of my face where I would usually highlight my under eye area, the bridge of my nose, the center of my forehead as well, just to add a bit of coverage on that area, especially my under eye area. You don't want to see your dark circles or your dark line, dark under eye. We want to cancel that out. I'm also going to apply some around my mouth area. To blend that out, I'm going to use a damp beauty sponge to blend my concealer, and I'm going to start blending with my forehead area first. I'm also going to blend my under eye area using the same beauty sponge, and I'm gonna concentrate the concealer only on my under eye area. Now you can see we have enough coverage on my under eye area, which I'm loving. It's not too much, natural and beautiful. Next, I'm gonna proceed or move on to blush. I'm using a cream blush, and I'm gonna be skipping cream contour or cream bronzer, and I'm using a cream blush to add a bit of color on my face. I'm gonna place the blush on my cheekbone area, slightly above my cheekbone area, and I'm going to be avoiding the areas where I have large pores. And if you have textured skin, you want to make sure to also avoid placing the blush or placing the cream blush on that area so it doesn't accentuate your problem areas. I'm just going to be placing a light layer of the blush on my cheekbone area or on my face. Now you can either skip this step if you don't want to use it, but I love going over with the second layer of concealer, especially with the brightening concealer just for the inner corners of my eye. So I'm going to be using another layer of concealer that is lighter than the one I used earlier, and I'm going to be placing some of it on my under eye area and also blend it out using the damp beauty sponge, and concentrating the concealer only around my inner corner area and not spreading the concealer out or bringing it all the way down towards my cheekbone area, because I have large pores in that area, so you don't want to accentuate that area to make your problem areas more pronounced or clog up your pores. For setting powder, I'm going to be using the Black Opal Soft Velvet Finishing Powder to set my face, especially the areas where I applied concealer. I'm going to concentrate blending my under eye first before proceeding to blend the other sides of my face where I applied concealer, just to set everything in place. And I'm lightly pressing the powder underneath my eye. All right, now that we have this all set and my face is all set, now I'm going to proceed to contour my face. I'm going to be using the powder contour to contour the hollows of my face, just to bring back structure and add some dimension to my face, and I'm going to be using a powder palette, and I'm using the darkest shade from the powder palette to contour my face. To set my entire face, I'm going to use the same powder palette, and I'm mixing 2 shades from the powder palette to blend my entire face to take off the harsh lines on my face. To set my cream blush, I'm going to be using the powder blush from Zickel palette to set my cream blush, so the product does not move and so it stays in place during the wear of your makeup. The first thing that wears off on your makeup is your blush, so you want to make sure to set everything in place so the product does not move. And also, again, when applying your powder blush, make sure to avoid your problem areas, especially the areas where you have large pores or textured skin. So next, I'm going to set my entire face using the setting spray just to seal everything together, to take off the powdery feel or to take off the excess powder on my face. For my brows today, I'm going to be using a brow pencil, and I'm using the brow pencil from Flawless Ivy. And guys, I know I owe you an updated brow routine. I'm going to make sure I put that up on my channel pretty soon. Next, I'm going to bake my under eye area using the setting powder, and I'm using the one from Inglot. Because I'm going to be doing eyeshadow, I want to make sure that there is no eyeshadow fallout, so I'm using the setting powder, using the powder to catch out the fallout underneath my eye. I'm also gonna bake the other sides of my face, especially my T-zone area where I usually produce oil, so I don't produce oil during the wear of the makeup. Just lightly pressing that on my skin. So for eyeshadow, I'm going to be keeping my eyeshadow pretty simple and basic. I'm going to be using the palette from Focalo. This is the Focalo Twilight palette, and I'm going to be using the brown shades and the neutral shades in this palette. You can also skip wearing eyeshadow. You can use your bronzer to bronze up your eyes just to add some definition around your eyes. And for mascara, I'm going to be using the Black Purple Volumizing Mascara to coat my lashes. If you're not an artificial lash lover, you can decide to leave your lashes like this. Just coat it up with some mascara, but I'm gonna be applying at some artificial false lashes. We have a bit of fallout on my under eye area, so I'm gonna be dusting that out. I'm gonna be dusting off the excess powder and also dusting off the eyeshadow fallout. So I'm gonna be using the powder palette that I used earlier to dust off the excess powder and also the eyeshadow fallout on my under eye, and also use the powder from the powder palette to also press the powder or push the powder to my skin. I'm going to place some highlighter above my cheekbone area, just slightly above where I place the blush, and I'm going to be avoiding the areas where I have large pores. And if you have textured skin, you want to also avoid the areas where you have textures, not to place highlighter on that area. Don't mind my highlighter, it looks old, but I love it. It's more natural and beautiful on the skin, so it doesn't look like you applied too much on the skin. Press that into the skin using my powder brush, and I'm going to be lining my lip using the brown pencil, and I'm using a really dark brown pencil to line my lip. I'm going to apply some nude lipstick over on my lip, especially on the center of my lip. All right, because I love lip gloss, I'm also going to apply some layer of lip gloss on the middle part of my lip. So moving on to the last and final step. Now, you don't want to skip using the blotting powder, especially if you're oily skin, you have large pores or textured skin. You don't want to skip using the blotting powder. I'm going to be using the blotting powder on my face and place the blotting powder especially on the areas where I have large pores, my T-zone area, and where I tend to produce oil the most, so I don't produce oil during the wear of the makeup. All right, so this is the finished look, and this is how my face is currently looking like. You can see how we went from 0 to 100 real quick, and as you can see, my pores are not as visible as they were before wearing makeup. If you have large pores, or you have textured skin, or you are oily skin, or you have oily skin, and you worry about wearing natural makeup, or worry that your makeup would come off easily, or you won't achieve a flawless natural everyday makeup, then look no further. This tutorial is for you. This tutorial will guide you to achieving a flawless natural everyday makeup, especially as a beginner with large pores, textured skin, or oily skin. You should consider watching this video and following the steps or the techniques that I provided here in this video to achieve that flawless, natural, beautiful everyday makeup that will last you longer without looking heavy on your face or caked up on your face. Now I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did create it. Let me also know your thoughts in the comments down below, and if you enjoy tutorials like this, also let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below as well. Also let me know other areas you're having troubles with, especially regarding large spots, oily skin, textured skin, and other skin types or other problem areas you're having regarding makeup. And also leave your video suggestion in the comments down below as well. And if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below, turn on your post notification bell so you don't miss out on my future uploads. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and also check out my other videos for other product recommendation, other makeup tutorials, or other videos you might find interesting here on the channel to stay connected.